Rick Barry, the most misunderstood scoring genius in basketball history. Some legends are remembered for their championships, others for their highlight reels. But Rick Barry, he is remembered for everything: the scoring, the drama, the controversy, the brilliance, and, of course, the famous underhand free throw. He wasn't just a superstar, he was a storm, intense, emotional, unstoppable. And yet, behind the fiery personality was one of the greatest offensive players the game has ever seen. A man who led the NCAA, the NBA, and the ABA in scoring. The only player in history to do it. A Finals MVP who carried an underdog Warriors team to one of the most shocking championships ever. This is the real story of Rick Barry, the misunderstood genius who dominated 3 eras, 3 leagues, and left a legacy deeper than most fans ever realize. Roots of a scoring machine. Rick Barry was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey, the son of a coach, raised in a basketball-first household. By high school, one thing was clear: the kid could score from anywhere. He went to the University of Miami, and that's where his legend began. In the 1964-65 season, Barry didn't just score. He led the entire nation with 37.4 points per game. Coaches couldn't stop him. Defenders couldn't handle him. And scouts already knew. This wasn't a normal college star. This was a future all-time great. Instant NBA superstar, the San Francisco Warriors selected Barry in the first round of the 1965 draft. He hit the league like a meteor. In his rookie year, he averaged 25.7 points per game, made the All-Star team, won Rookie of the Year, and earned All-NBA First Team. That almost never happens, but his second season? That's when he reached supernova level. Barry averaged 35.6 points per game, winning the scoring title. Only Wilt and Elgin Baylor had ever done better. And then came the playoffs. Against Wilt Chamberlain's powerhouse 76ers, Barry delivered one of the greatest finals performances ever. 55 points in Game 3. Still the second most in NBA Finals history. 40.8 points per game for the series' multiple 40-plus point finals games. This wasn't just scoring. This was historic dominance. Rick Barry was already one of the best players in the world. At just 23 years old, the controversial jump to the ABA. But this is Rick Barry. And nothing in his career was simple. Frustrated with ownership and chasing opportunity, Barry left the NBA and signed with the ABA's Oakland Oaks. Suddenly, he was the villain. Fans hated the decision. Media attacked him. The Warriors fought him in court. He lost the case and was forced to sit out the entire 1967-68 season. When he finally stepped onto the court in the ABA, he exploded again, averaging 34 points per game and winning another scoring title. Even while battling knee injuries, he led the Oaks to the 1969 ABA championship. But Barry's ABA years became a roller coaster of team relocations, lawsuits, unhappy fan bases, and constant turmoil. He played in Oakland, then Washington, then Virginia, then New York. 4 cities in 4 years. Reporters loved the chaos. Barry hated it. And through it all, he kept scoring 30 per game like it was nothing. The return to the NBA and a new version of Barry in 1972, after a long legal battle, Barry was forced back to the Warriors, now the Golden State Warriors. But something was different. He had bulked up, he had matured, and he had expanded his game. He wasn't just a scorer anymore. He became a complete forward, passing, leading, defending, creating. In 1973 and 74, He averaged 22 and 25 points, but he also ranked top 10 in assists, unheard of for a forward at that time. His versatility was a preview of what was coming. The miracle of 1975. Barry's greatest achievement. The 1974-75 Warriors were not a super team. Not even close. Outside of rookie Keith Wilkes and some hard-working role players, they had no big stars. Yet Rick Barry turned them into champions. He averaged 30.6 points, led the league in free throw percentage, led the league in steals, and ranked top 6 in assists. It was one of the greatest all-around seasons ever. Then came the playoffs, and Barry became a basketball assassin. In the NBA Finals, Golden State was a massive underdog against the Washington Bullets. No one, and I mean no one, expected them to win. But Barry averaged 29.5 points per game, dominated every matchup, and shocked the world as Golden State swept the Bullets 4-0. He won the Finals MVP, fully deserved. This championship remains one of the most unexpected and inspiring title runs in NBA history, and it happened because Rick Barry refused to lose. The personality that fueled a legend, but greatness came with a cost. Barry was intense, he was emotional, and he was brutally honest. Journalists, teammates, opponents, nobody was safe from his criticism. His teammate Mike Dunleavy joked, "You could send him to the UN and he'd start World War III." Barry himself admitted, "I wasn't easy to get along with. I didn't have a lot of tact." The final years and legacy. Barry finished his career with the Houston Rockets, shifting from superstar scorer to playmaking forward. Even with age, he was elite, leading the league in free throw percentage his final 2 seasons. When he retired in 1980, the legend of Rick Barry. Rick Barry wasn't perfect. He wasn't easy, he wasn't quiet, but he was a basketball genius, a pure scorer, a fierce competitor, a revolutionary free throw master, a champion who dragged an underdog team to the mountaintop. Some players are loved, some players are feared. Rick Barry was both, and sometimes neither. But one thing is certain: no story of basketball history is complete without him. Rick Barry wasn't just a legend. He was a force of nature,